Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to use array type column in Pyspark. So first, what is array function? Array function we use to create a new column of array type by combining two columns. If our input columns must have same data type. Suppose we have data frame and we have some few columns. In the two columns I want to combine. Then those two columns should be of same data type. Then only we can combine it and create array type of column. And all elements of array type should have the same type of elements. When we work with JSON data, it is very common to get array type columns. So when we get normally array type of columns is whenever you are handling with JSON data, so you will find array type of columns. So you can think PySpark array column is similar way to Python list. Okay, so Python list, it will be like square bracket. Within square bracket, all data will be there. So similar way, here PySpark array also. So next, why we need to change the column from string to array type? So that means while combining two columns, no, so initially columns data type as string data type. Once we combine these two columns, it will convert as array type. So that what is the necessity of doing that? See, whenever you want to do perform explode function in PySpark, so this one explode why we will do it whenever you do some transformations on your data set. So you want to do explode function. So to transform each element of array in data frame column into separate row. However, this function requires the column to be an array. So column should be array should be data type of array. Then only you can perform explode function. If your data is in string format, you will need to convert it to an array before using explode function. So this video, so mainly to discuss on these three topics. So one is how to transform integer column to array type. Second one is how to transform string columns to array type. Third one is how to get size or length of an array. So what is the syntax for array? So array inside columns. So it can be n number of columns, you can use it. So it represents the list of columns to be grouped together. So before proceeding, so I'm importing what are the required functions. So these are the functions I'm importing. So first I will start with some example. So here I'm trying to create one array of strings, array of integer. If I try to create this data frame by using spark.create data frame, so this is the data frame we'll get. If you see name is of string type, and this technology, it is array of string. See, if you see this square bracket now, and inside that we have strings. So we'll call it as array of string. So next one, experience. See, this is array of long. So it reading as a long data type. Okay, so it can be long or integer data type. See, observe that here it by default it read as long type. Correct now? So spark.create.data frame, it by default it reading data types. So next what I'm trying to do is instead of reading by Spark, I'm creating my own data types. So for name, string type, and for technology, array of string type, because these are array and inside we have strings. So this is a way of defining data type here, array type, string type. So now if you see here string type, we're now defining, we are giving column name, then data type, then true. So here I'm not mentioning true. Okay, so I'm just mentioning data type. Third one is experience. This particular column, this is array type of integer. So we have integer values, no? So this array of integers. So if I use this schema while creating data frame, see this schema I'm using. If I use this, see, observe the data types. See, all are same. Only this data type got changed to integer. So earlier it is array of long. So now it is converted to integer because I mentioned here it is integer type. Okay, so this is one example. Like in this example, so while creating data type itself, we have arrays. Okay, so next we'll see our main topic, like how to transform integer column to array type. So here I have a data frame. If you see here up to here. Okay, so this is the data frame. I have 3 columns and all are having first name and city having string type and the age it reading as long. Okay, by default it reading as long, not integer. Okay, so this is my data frame, and here what I'm doing is first I'm using select function and selecting age. Okay, and array of age comma age. So I am creating array on age column by using 2 times. Okay, so array of age comma age. So here what is age? 22. Since I'm using 2 times age and age, it generating 22 comma 22. Okay, so this is first one about this select function. On top of that, I'm using with column. This column name is size, and here I'm using size function, size of array. What is this one? This array column. So what it does is it will count the length of the array. You can say size or length of the array. That means number of elements inside this array. See, all the arrays having 2 elements. So that's why you generated all two. So here one more observation is, see here I'm used size function. So here you have to keep in mind uh, one thing is if you are using cluster, suppose if you are working in Databricks community version, by default cluster will select 12.2. Suppose if you go here, compute, if I try to check this one, so by default it will select 12.2 Databricks runtime. Okay, so where if you're running 12.2 uh, Databricks runtime, then you use size to import size. Okay, so you can use it either size or array underscore size, but array underscore size, it is not available in this 12.2 Databricks runtime. If you are working in, if you selected cluster as 15.4 Databricks runtime, then these both functions is available, size and array underscore size. So now currently, since I selected 12.2, I'm continuing with size. Okay, so that's why I used here size. So if you're working in 15.4 Databricks runtime, then you can try with array underscore size. Okay, so this is here, this is one point. Second point is, see, you can write syntax either way. So how it is from SQL.functions, you can import size and you can directly use size inside that column name. Or otherwise, you can import Pyspark SQL dot functions as f, and you can mention that f dot size of array. That means you no need to import this one. Okay, you no need to import this size, import size. You can directly use f. Okay, so you can try with both the options. So here I tried with f dot size. Okay, so just keep in mind these 2 points. So next, how to transform string columns to array type. If you see here, I have data frame like this. So I have individual strings and I have total 4 columns. So name, P location, S location, and A location. See, all are having string data type. Okay, string data type. So now what I'm going to do now is, so how to create an array type column from existing columns using select. So we'll see two methods. One is how to create by using select function. Second, we'll use with column function. So here, this is syntax df.select, and first column I'm selecting, default column, this name, and I want to perform array on these 3 columns. Okay, P location, S location, A location on 3 columns. See, and make sure that these all 3 columns should have same data type. Okay, so and I given alias. So this is method 1. Under using select method, no, this is one method. Second method is instead of defining here, I am separately defining one variable. In 2 variable, I am defining with list. So this is the list of columns. Okay, so this variable I am using here, array inside that star and this column name. So keep in mind, whenever you are defining columns inside array to variable, that variable you have to start with a star. Any of the function, for any of the function, not only array, any of the function, if you are defining columns to variable, then you give like this star and this variable name. So this is a second method. Third method is same list, defining in list. I'm using select and this column I want, and I'm using array type. I want to convert it as array. Inside that I'm using list comprehension. Okay, call of reflock or reflock in ref call, ref underscore call. So this list I'm trying to iterate. Okay, so these 3 methods we'll see. So first method is array of inside array function. I'm directly defining column names and I give an alias. So on top of that, I'm using with column function to count the size of the array. Size f dot size and this column. Okay, this is the column name I given. So what it does is it will create array based on 3 columns. If you see here, see Chennai is from first column. If you capture this one, see my first P location is Chennai, Cochin, Hyderabad. So here you can see Chennai, Cochin, Hyderabad. So it created as array. So similar way, Coimbatore, Mumbai, Chennai. Coimbatore, Mumbai, Chennai. So second one is Salem, Bangalore, null. So Salem, Bangalore, null. Okay. So this way you can create it array. On top of that, since I used a size function, it counting size of the array or length of the array. Since all arrays having 3 strings, 3 array elements, it given size as 3. And in second method, so we are defining to one variable and a star and variable name, and on top of that used with column with size function. Okay, so this also will give same result. Okay, so next third method, here I'm using list comprehension. List comprehension. On top of that, I'm using with column with size. Okay, so this also will give same result. And one more thing, so initially these 3 columns are string data types, correct? No? So after converting, see this is our new column. So now it converted to array and elements are string. So that means array of strings. So it converted from string data type to array of string. Okay, so we saw three methods by using select method. So next we'll see by using with column. So with column, df dot with column and column name I mentioned, and this syntax is same. So as per our first method, no, array of three columns. On top of that, I'm using select function to retrieve these two columns. So one is name and second one is preference. So this is the array column, new array column we are creating. And the second method, defining all the columns in list to variable that using with the start dot variable. Okay, so on top of that, I'm using select function, name and preference. So third one, it is again same like list comprehension. So we'll see this one by one now. So here first method is so array of column names, three columns. Okay, on top of that, I given size, and top of that, I am selecting these three columns I required. I want to display. So with first with column, what is that preferences? That is this one. It is generating array of column by using three columns. Okay, so now it converted to array of a string. And the second one is with column size, that is this one. Since we used size function, it will display length of the array. Okay, so finally what I did is select these three columns, name from main data frame, name and preference. That means this column, this column. So whatever we generated new columns, I select it. So second method, this also same, like all the columns are defined in list and same functions are used with column, reference and size, and select also similar, these three columns. Only difference is this one. Okay, defining in list and calling here. So you will get same result. Okay, and third one is list comprehension. So columns are defined in list and here array of list comprehension, and this is for preference, and I'm adding one more with column to count the size, and finally I'm retrieving the columns by using select these three columns. So you'll get same result. Okay, so that's all about this video, like how to create array type column from different methods. So if you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.